Yeah, good morning, Shreya. Thank you for joining.
Good morning.
I think in the interest of time, we'll get started, and the others can also join whenever they can, and we'll also record this session for the benefit of those who could not join. Okay. So a very warm welcome to the Science of Mind Club, friends, and this is a small initiative that I have of supporting people on their own journeys of becoming a good leader, becoming a good coach, or for that matter, becoming a better professional. I myself have been fortunate that somewhere, 20 years back, somebody did guide me on my journey of becoming a better person, and that is what I'm just kind of paying it forward as a coach. I'm on my own journey or as a certified coach, and my intention is that this is a community where people come with open mind and they kind of learn something and they kind of share these positive ideas. So, in 2026, my aim or my intention is that over the next 10 such short sessions, I will be sharing some basic tools. The tools will be very basic, but the intent of these tools is that they will give you a lot more clarity in terms of how do you kind of make 2026 a very, very productive and meaningful year for your own goals. Okay. And the way how I'm hosting this space is that I think of it as a group coaching session. Okay. So where you can come with a question, you can come with an intention, and we all can work together. And I can guide you as a coach and can share certain ideas which have benefited me, benefited others, and can benefit people further. Okay. So to get started, I'll share some positive thoughts, positive quotes, which will be a very good way to start our Sunday morning. And I thank both of you for taking this first step of becoming a better version of yourself. Okay. So the first one is self-awareness is the foundation of all intelligent decisions, which means that our life is growing in form of the awareness that we are gaining. The more, the better your awareness, the better the opportunities you'll be able to find out in your life. The decisions will be even better if you have a self awareness in your life, and our life grows in the direct proportion of the self awareness we have. Okay, and Karthik has also joined us at this point. Very warm welcome, Karthik. We just got started, so you haven't missed anything. The second thought is one of my favorites, and maybe some of you who are following my work for some time might know that I'm a very big fan of possibility mindset. Okay, so I believe that there is this art of possibility that guides our life. Okay, so one of the possibilities for you was that okay, let me just continue with whatever I'm doing on this Sunday morning, and I just rest, relax, and do nothing. Or for others, most of the times people are just scrolling their time on the phone, but you decided that let me find out what is the art of possibility, and this possibilities will actually, this possibility mindset will actually give you a lot of great questions that can shift your life. So to shift your life, shift your questions. Okay, and this possibility mindset and the mindset of asking better questions, I would say that these are the foundational elements of coaching yourself and coaching others. Okay, and this curiosity with which you have joined this club, I think this is a real superpower today, because curiosity will open many, many, many new doors for you. Whereas if you have a judgmental mindset, then it will, just close a lot of those opportunities. So be curious. That's my invitation to all of you. And last but not the least, so where attention goes, energy flows and result shows. Okay, so be very mindful that how you are channelizing your attention in this new year 2026. So we have just started the year. All the festivals of new year are over, and we are in a very good space where I think we can set up a foundation of a brilliant year for us. And to do that, the quality of our attention, the quality of our curiosity, the quality of our questions will decide that on 31st of December 2026, how satisfied you are with the way how you have kind of made progress towards your goals. Okay, so with that note, I want to share one quote which is very close to my heart. This is by one of my mentors. His name is K.S. Ramanan. And he says that leadership is a service, coaching is a sacred space. And with that, intent, I have found this community called Science of Mind Club, where in the group coaching sessions, my intention is to bring some leadership tools to you and kind of help you in your own journey of coaching. These are some of the mentors whom I have been very very fortunate to learn from, and kind of it's a vision to make sure that all of us learn, all of us grow, we take away certain things which are very positive in terms of psychology, neuro linguistic programming, mindfulness, and for that matter right now I'm focusing on coaching because I feel that the coaching has created that space not only for me but also for hundreds of coaches that I had kind of find a better perspective. And let's say last year if you were version 1.0, this year it is an invitation to become a version 2.0. For that matter, one of my coaches, he is almost 70 years of age. He says that I'm version 70.0 of Freddy. Okay, so this is an invitation for us that how can we pick up a goal, work with that goal, get some ideas, get some good ideas, and put it into practice. If you're still curious, keep on joining these Sunday classes. It's a community of positive people like you who are joining here for 30 to 40 minutes. See, this is the a great insight that I had. Monday to Friday, we are just going through our life. Monday to Friday, maybe you're studying, maybe you're working, or maybe you're in a business. Monday to Friday just goes in a routine, in a autopilot. Okay. Saturday, Sunday also some sort of autopilot happens. Sometimes it is Netflix, sometimes it is Instagram, other things, catching up with friends, household work, all of those things. But can we take out, let's say, 1 hour for ourselves during the weekend to mindfully understand that how do we want to shape up the rest of the week, and maybe can we take out one day in a month to understand that hey, how can I work on my goals and make sure that I'm making real progress towards it. Now that kind of a pause is very important. So one of my favorite authors, his name is Viktor Frankl. And for those of you who are into reading books, there is a very good book that I will recommend. It's called Man's Search for Meaning. I'll just put it in the chat box so that you don't miss it. Man's Search for Meaning. Okay, so this is a very good book, very thin, like 200, 250 pages, very meaningful. Now, in this book, Viktor Frankl says that between stimulus and response, there is a space. So when something happens to us and when we react to it, there's a very small space in it. But if we choose to take that pause between stimulus and response, there is a space, there is a pause. If you spend your time in that pause, in that space lies our opportunity to make better choices. And in our better choices lie a better result for us. Okay, so our intention is that we learn, apply, share, and transform these things. And do not believe whatever I'm sharing with you just on the face value of it. I would recommend that you test it for yourself, you try it for yourself, and you experience it for yourself. And once you experience something is working for you, then definitely you go ahead with that. Okay, I put together a short website on what is my work and what I've been doing. It is called uncoach.in. You can feel free to visit it. There are a lot of resources that I have put on this. It's a community of, my intention is that this is a community, the Science of Mind Club, of people who are curious and who are ready to share all these lessons and learnings with each other and are on a path to grow. Okay, so let me tell you what is group coaching, which we are going to now experience. The group coaching is not counseling, it is not therapy, it is a platform where somebody acts as a catalyst. You can come up with a question, you can come up with a goal, and my job as a coach is to ask meaningful questions to you or share some meaningful tools to you so that you can go back and apply and find a better way of looking at things. Okay. um, the Goa rule applies. Some people call it Vegas rule, some people call it Goa rule. That whatever you want to share, and this is very specific to the one-to-one coaching than the group coaching, because whenever you come with a confidential example or anything, that remains within the group. And definitely, ethics and confidentiality is something very, very important. And I'm not getting into topics of, let's say, how do you kind of uh, cure something which is a mental illness for sort. We are not getting into that direction. But if there is a genuine problem, let's say related to basically, simple things like anxiety, or how do I kind of prepare for so and so thing, how do I kind of work towards this goal, that is in the remit of coaching, that is in the remit or in the purview of coaching. Okay. And our intention is, can we hold each other accountable? For example, Shreya brings a question, okay, and maybe Karthik gives a suggestion, and probably one of us says that, okay, can we be accountability partners, and can we kind of hold each other accountable on this? Now that is, in my mind, setting up a success measure. Or maybe when you bring a problem, we ask each other a question, or I ask a question, where we are testing that how you are really working towards it. So it's not in your mind, but it's an idea for action. Okay. So before we go to the next segment where I give you some tools, I'll take a pause. If you have any question, or if there is something that you find yourself struggling with, or one of your friends struggling with, or people in general, is there any question that you would like to bring on which we can have a little bit of a discussion? So please feel free. You can also type it on the chat window, or you can also unmute yourself and ask. Give you a minute to think. And friends, the best way to kind of make the most out of such sessions is that you come prepared, uh, come up with a question, or maybe next time, and I can also share my coordinates if any of you would like to ask one to one, or would like to post a question before we start the session. We can definitely do that. All right, so let me just move on. So I'll share that in the next 10 classes, what are we going to focus on? And the first tool I'm going to share with you, the first tool I'll give to you today itself. Now, as some of you might have followed my work on the group, the NLP group, this series we are calling as the Clarity series. Okay, and as I started this session by saying that clarity will give you a lot of better awareness to take your life ahead in a very meaningful way. So there is a model of clarity that I have worked on. It is called as PATH, that PATH model. So the first thing is purpose. The P stands for purpose, A stands for awareness, T stands for transformation, and H stands for harmony. So you can write it down. Feel free to write it down, take away, and if you want, I can send this presentation over. You can take a screenshot anywhere. Be free. Okay, my intention is to kind of give you all those tools which can coach you on your journey or becoming a better version of yourself. So path is a model which I have found out, which can give you a lot of clarity. And out of purpose, awareness, transformation, and harmony, today and the next class, we are going to only focusing on purpose. Okay, so purpose is the very first thing that can give you, I would say, maximum advantage when you're sitting on your goals and when you're deciding to work on your goals in this new year. What do I mean by purpose? Okay, purpose means that you start by finding out what gives you the best result or the outcome for your efforts. Okay, so that is the purpose, that is the goal. Now the difference is, Out of 100% of people, 80% of people have no clarity about the purpose. Okay, they just start by whatever is other person's priority, the organization's priority, or maybe somebody else who's making a choice for them, their priority. They really don't know what is their purpose. The first big differentiator is how can we start by thinking about what is our purpose, what is our intention. So that is about aligning all our subconscious forces, the unconscious mind forces, so that they work in your direction, the direction of your purpose. So when you set up the GPS, okay, and this is where it becomes all the more important for this year and this time of the year. You pick up a diary, you pick up a pen, and you write what is it that you want to achieve in this year. So what is it that will make you sure that my purpose from this year is achieved? And Nalini, I'll also come to your question as well, and that's a very good question that you have asked. See, even before you think about others, think about yourself. The most important person in your life who has got the maximum contribution in your success is the person in the mirror. So when you stand in front of the mirror, the person who's on the other side is the biggest contributor to your success. And as some of the people say, that's the number one stakeholder. That's the most important. That's the hero or the heroine of the entire movie called life. You have to be very clear that what is it that the person wants. Okay. And in terms of what have you achieved in 2025 versus what are you willing to achieve in 2026, what is the difference that gives you happiness, what is the difference that gives you satisfaction, and what is the difference that gives you a real feeling that you have grown. There will be something. When you search inside yourself, when you take that pause, there will be a purpose or an intention that will come out. Okay? And the trick here is that just think about it and let it go. There are two ways in which you can make it stick. One is, if I don't know how many of you are into diary writing. Anybody, you can just write a yes on a chat box, and I will know that you are into diary writing or any other form of journaling. Journaling is when you are writing something up. Nalini says yes, thank you. Karthik, Shreya, what about you? Shreya says yes, wonderful. Karthik is still thinking. Take your time, no worries. Okay, so even if you are not, that's all right, that's okay. And for people also who will be hearing this, absolutely fine if you are not. But then you can always start. There was a study done in the University of Yale, and what they found out is that people who are writing their goals down, or people who are journaling in some shape or form, 80% of them, they get maximum clarity in their life, and they get a lot of success on the goals that they write. So one of the biggest way of moving ahead in our life and kind of making the most out of the plans that we make is writing it down, because as somebody said, that ideas are like butterflies, and if we don't capture them, they fly away. Okay, these great ideas, whatever you're getting from a discussion or whatever you have thought in your mind for yourself to achieve in 2026, please write it down. Karthik is saying, hi, I will say all about imagination only first. Okay, Matrix from the and flow in the air and have such Google, YouTube. Oh, wonderful. See, this is the whole intent. We can be buddies to each other where we are also supporting each other by giving a solution to each other. And that is what I want, more active discussion in the coming week. Okay. But coming back to the point, back to the question, that one tool that can help you set up your intention in the right way for 2026 is that you start by searching inside yourself that what is one purpose, what is it that will make Shreya happy at the end of this year, or what is it that will make Nalini happy, or Sunil happy. Sunil, hi, good morning. And
Yeah,
once you,
hi.
hi, yeah. So you write your purpose, write your ambition, And after that, every week, like one is setting up the ambition, and every week you take some action towards it. Saturday, Sunday, whenever you get time. This is a key question that you can ask. And one of my mentors, Marshall Goldsmith, who's also one of the leading experts, the number one expert in coaching in the world, he said that this question is called the check question. Okay, the check question. Did I do my best to become a better version, my better version? And you are not sharing it with anybody. You are, see, first of all, the point is you are answerable to yourself. Okay? You are answerable to, not to teachers or parents or the bosses in the world and all of that. No, you're not answerable to anyone else. Your success, your growth, the key person you're answerable to is yourself. Once you have defined your purpose, write down every week that did I do my best to become my better version? Did I really do my best to become my better version? Now the answer can be no one week, it can be no next week. But if you find that the answer is no, then you know, and I know that the pattern is that you have not been doing anything about the goal. Now, if you set up a goal and don't do anything about it, chances are, or the natural outcome is that nothing changes. So maybe the next question can be, what is one simple, physical, visible action that I can take this week so that I'm moving towards this goal of becoming my better version? As simple as that. Okay. And then taking that action during the course of the week. Now this is a very mindful way of looking at who you are currently, who you are today, and then shaping it to who do you want to become. So what is your as is reality? What is your reality today? And what is the future that you want to create? This is a very simple way in which you can set up a goal. So the tool that I have shared, I'll just recap, I'll just summarize it. That you sit with a diary, a journal, and a pen, and you write down what is your purpose, what is your intention, what is your goal for 2026. You write it down. Every week you ask this question: did I do my best to become my better version? Did I do my best to take a step towards that goal? If the answer is no, or if the answer is yes, whatever, you write down what is it that you want to do differently in that week. That will help you take a one small, physical, visible step which can take you in the direction of, and you take that step. Okay, so this is the tool. I'll take a pause here. And friends, I hope that this tool was helpful for you and you will start applying it and you will try it if you have not been trying it. And then you'll ask yourself this question every week: that did I do my best to become my better version, and take some real steps towards it. Okay. And now is the time when you can do some questions and answers, and I'll be happy to answer them. I'll take Nalini's question first because she has written it down on the chat window. Okay, so her question is how to stop thinking about what others thought about me. Great. Okay, so long time back, just like our friend Karthik has given a response, I had a friend and he's shared something very beautiful with me. Although it is a little bit funny, but it makes a lot of sense. What he said to me was that if you will think what people will think about yourself, then what will people think that they have to think about you? Okay, so in a very funny way, he kind of disarmed my limiting thought, my limiting belief. See, the point is, Nalini, that a lot of times, we are stuck on this thought. It is okay to think in a way that, Acha, what is it that others are thinking? How I can be better? In a way, it is good. It's not a completely bad thought. It becomes bad when it stops you from taking the right action with that you want to take in that. See, as I said, that you can live your life based on what you feel is correct or what you feel is what others will feel. Like in Hindi, we have a saying that is called "log kya kahenge." Log kya kahenge? People. What will people say? Now, if you are only thinking about what will people say, then you are only thinking about one direction. Our awareness is in the moment to think in all the direction. If you are only focusing about people, then you are ignoring the most important stakeholder in your life, which is yourself. So thinking is a good thing, but think from all the angles. Think what will people say? Think what will your friends who support you, what will they say if you do it or if you don't do it? Then think from the perspective of your parents. What will your parents say if you limit yourself in that moment? And also think from the perspective of the most important person in your life, the person in the mirror, that what will that person say if you do not do it? That is your answer. Okay? A lot of times we are thinking that, acha, what will people say? What will others say? Log kya kahenge? But then we don't think what is the cost of not doing it, or what is the cost of not taking all the perspectives in picture. I hope in a way, in some shape or form, I have tried to answer your question, Nalini. And also there's a great perspective that Karthik has also shared. Thank you so much, Karthik. Really appreciate it. Anybody else who has a question, friend, you can go off mute or you can just put it on the chat window. Feel free. Okay, so this is my invitation to you. If you can't think of your question right now, you can also bring it later. And my intention is that we should, keep on this inquiry on, because if we are always, thinking that how we can become a better version, definitely there will be certain steps that we will take. Okay, so the journey ahead is that I'll be doing some monthly Q&A calls, which will be a slightly longer format where you can bring in more questions. There is a coaching on demand. Some of you are my coaches who have done this call. Okay, this is a pro bono initiative. You don't have to pay me anything. It's a free initiative. I'll just be recording that time for my coaching hours. And I'm also doing a 30 days NLP course on Telegram. This is earlier was planned on WhatsApp, but it's on now Telegram. And there is a community which is on WhatsApp on NLP, where I keep on sharing all these things. So please feel free, if you would like to get into a one-on-one coaching. This is a scanner. You can just share it and register. There are some basic information that you have to provide there, like what is your goal and where are you coming from and what is your idea of coaching. And then I can also get into a more deeper conversation with you. As I said, that there is a short blog that I've formed called uncoach.in, where you'll find more about me and my style of working and my style of coaching. There are a lot of these videos that I have put together on this channel, which is called Self Mastery Zone on YouTube. And these videos are, on coaching, on understanding human mind, human psychology, positive psychology, and some mindfulness meditation kind of exercises. Okay, so this is the work that I do. I'm really thankful to you for showing up on this Sunday, despite of your busy life, busy schedule, and taking this time out to learn something. This learning is a very good, I would say that learning is a very good life-giving activity. And keep on working on yourself, keep on continuing to become a better version. And I'll see you next time, next Sunday, with the second part of the tool on finding your purpose. And I hope this path to clarity will give you a lot more clarity in 2026. Thank you, friends, for your time.
Thank you.
I wish you a great day ahead. Bye bye, and I'll see you next time.